this collection update video. I don't know what that jingle was. Anyway, what's going on, guys? It's Phoenix back for another video. Figured I would just hopefully quickly show what's on display and all that on my desk and on my shelves and all that. And this will kind of just be like a cataloging video for me, just to show what I have on display. Because honestly, probably over the next handful of months or the remainder of this year and early part of next, I'm probably going to be itemizing what I have in my collection and then either selling it or finding some way to have it in like a more long-term storage situation. Just because I kind of want to have my collection to just be that or something resembling all of that. But we'll get to those two shelves here in a second. Let's come back over here. So my knockoff Masterpiece Megatron, who is still great and has not left my desk. And he's a little bit knockoff-ish, honestly. And this is something that I didn't mention in the video that I did on him, in that I feel like the jointing is just a bit off. And let me explain. This foot never really sits flush, and I feel like just it was assembled weirdly. This leg was just assembled weirdly. Like everything is just a little bit off tolerance-wise, or just wasn't as tight as it should be. So this foot never sits flush, and he kind of just wibble wobbles. Even though if you look at the back there, hopefully you guys can see that, the rest of the foot sits flush, and like it's just that outside part of his foot that's raised, but then this one sits perfectly flat. I don't know. It's just weird. I just think it's a weird quirk of the fact that this is my knockoff Masterpiece Megatron. But anyway, Bad Cube Sun Surge, that's some random artwork that my sister did many years back. That's a a random alpaca thing that my girlfriend got for me when she was, oh god, where the hell was she? She was on a trip for work recently. I want to say back in the fall, and she got that for me. I want to say she was at like a conference in New Mexico or something for work, and she got that for me. But yeah, Masterpiece Optimus Primal, who I actually just recently moved to the desk to fiddle around with again. Because I had seen, I guess, on one of my social medias, the post that I did when I first got him. Still a freaking amazing figure, and I think he's single-handedly re-hyped me, not that I wasn't ever not hyped, for Dinobots. I'm just hoping that Dinobot's better than Cheetor, and is more kind of like a middle ground between Cheetor and Primal here, because Primal's a clear home run, it's an amazing freaking figure in my opinion. Cheetor was good. He had his very egregious flaws, but he was good. So I'm hoping Dinobot's kind of in the middle between those two, and hopefully trending more towards Primal. Come across the desk, we got Power of the Prime's Battle Trap, who has not left my desk since I got him relatively recently. But then this figure right here. This is the Hot Soldiers Soundwave, I forget whatever he's called. But this figure has straight up not left my desk since I got him at TFCon DC in the fall. So that's kind of great, honestly. He's just a really fun figure. If you don't have him, get him. I only got him for like, I think it's $25 at that con. And it's funny because like, he's the figure that I'm, at this point now, happiest about getting at the convention. And I got a whole mess of other figures at the convention, which is kind of funny. Anyway, let's crack on and move along over here. So we'll go over this bottom shelf first. We'll go with, that's Mastermind Creations Impactor, who's literally only over here because Primal's on my desk, and I want to have only a handful of figures on my desk, so that's why he's kind of standing awkwardly here. Power of the Prime's Swoop and Slug, yeah. Literally just getting all the Dinobots from Power of the Primes, and then I'll get any other figures that I'm interested in. That's Open and Play's Big Cannon right there. And I technically think that's a KO of Open and Play's Big Cannon. Not entirely sure. It may be Open and Play's. I don't really know. Don't really care. It's my classic Galvatron. Woot. Yeah. He's really good. I just had a slight QC issue with the cannon here where I had to buy some epoxy and actually re-glue the cannon into the connection right there with the gray plastic because it came off. But yeah, really, really cool figure. I'm actually really liking this, and it's funny because I could have gotten him as like an early sample at or an early release one at TFCon DC, like a whole mess of other people did, but I didn't. But whatever. And then behind him is the Fans Hobby Arch Enemy, the Masterpiece RID Scourge, or our Car Robots Black Convoy. Yeah. Yeah, Big Hittens really freaking cool. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Moving on. That's the Asterix mode Tarn from Mastermind Creations. That was the TFCon exclusive, and yeah, I don't know. I got him because he looked cool, and at this point, honestly, now I am kind of regretting it because he's cool, but I don't know. I don't have that much attachment to anything going on in the comics because I'm not reading the comics. So, if I do end up culling the collection with sales, Tarn, especially the Asterix mode one here, because, well, he's the only one that I have, will probably be one of the ones that goes first. That is the Wei Zhang Alcee. Again, she's nice. I just feel like people were overhyping her as a proper stand-in for Masterpiece RC when she's literally just an upscaled Generations RC. And it's funny because she literally, for me, magnifies all like the minor issues that the original one had. And I love the original Generations RC. She's on the next shelf up, as we'll see. But, yeah, I don't know. Especially now that we have a bunch of Masterpiece RCs actually coming out. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, if you're still interested in Wei Zhang's knockoff RC, sure. It's only $20. But, yeah. I'm also just now realizing that Slash somehow fell over. So, let's see if I can get her to... There, stand. There we go. But yeah, so, Slash, decent figure, but she'll probably end up in the whatever sales as well. Mastermind Creations reformatted. Rodimus, again, he was kind of an impulse buy at the con, same con as Tarn there. Actually, these three were my other main purchases at the con. The Zhu Zhang Supreme Commander, also known as, hey, we're Japan, we're gonna do hey, we're a Japan-inspired company, so we're gonna do a knockoff of Classic Optimus Prime, blah, 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 with the most super robot-y Japanese head in the world. Sorry, I was covering the mic there for a little bit. Part of the Prime's Grimlock. Woot, and then you guys saw Slash. Okay, so this video's already gone on far too long, so I'm just going to pan across for the rest of this display, and then we're going to go into the other display. Again, if you guys have any questions about literally anything on display, even if it's a super mundane and boring question, let me know. And I'll try and answer it in comments. But yeah, it's funny, I have a lot of shockwaves. Okay, and there's my Switch, which you guys have seen my stupid, silly videos on that thing. Anyway, ignore the messy bedroom. And let's go over here. This shelf is honestly probably going to end up being more books long term. As you can kind of see by this display. Yeah. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then we should come up here. Sorry about the shaky cam. Again, any questions, just let me know. Oh. That's the Night Morpher Annihilator there. Behind Generations, Power of the Primes, and not Power of the Primes, Titan's Return, Blitzwing. So note, I completely blame Becca Metal Doxy on Twitter, or what Taken Ray, or however the crap she pronounces her name on Twitter now, for making me like Sky Shadow more. I have no attachment to the character, but I like this mold. I don't have Overlord yet. Probably, I don't know if I'm gonna get him at this point, honestly. But yeah, so I completely blame her for making me like this mold, or this version of the mold more, and having him in this kind of sassy, brotastic pose. I'm kind of convinced now that if we ever get Sky Shadow in any form of non-comic media, he should be voiced by Dwayne Johnson, because that would be amazing. Anyway, enough pointless vlogging with this collection. Yeah, whatever. See you guys in the next one.